to one game, man.
Alright guys, welcome to the stream. This is going to be a character creation stream for a game called Masks. It's a lot like D&D, where we create our character, and it's based on superheroes. And we create a character, and we roleplay. So it's going to be fun. I'm about to go in the chat with the boys, and we're going to plan this thing out.
That's just fur, because she's a bat.
With the official name of Batilda.
Her name is not Batilda. It's going to be Patricia.
Batilda.
No.
Hello there, everybody.
Hello.
Hello there.
Is that the whole gang, or is there someone else?
I think that's the whole gang.
Nice.
Alright, good session, guys. See you next week.
Alright, see you later. Next week's canceled. I have a thing Monday through Friday.
No, it's because it's Labor Day.
I have a thing Monday through Sunday.
Oh shit!
Labor Day's Monday, yeah.
Oh, I wonder if I have work off.
Yeah, my work told me I'm off today. So.
Nice.
Well, not off today, but they told me today that I'm off. And I was happy. Yeah.
If we were still in college, we wouldn't get it off because he's Labor on Labor Day or some bullshit.
Okay, Ricky. Do something.
So, I think the only one I'm not sure of, I think, is Nathaniel, right? You don't have one locked in yet?
I'm playing the Star.
Wow. Typical Nathaniel.
Classic Nathaniel.
Okay. So who doesn't have, like, some of the basic stuff down, and who does?
I don't even know what the basic stuff is.
Like your name and your look.
I don't have the name.
I have those.
I have that.
We need like 2 names, right? Like real name and then hero name.
It's up to you.
Huh.
I think some of the.
I think the Janice does, but
the Janice and the Protege do for sure because they're like.
They need 2 names.
Are secret.
You have your name and your actual name.
Oh, gotcha.
Mine's written into the backstory that mine refuses to be called anything but Calloway, so I imagine I don't think I'm going to have 2 names.
Yeah, I don't think I'll have 2 names either, to be honest. But I know my name.
Okay. And who has, like, backstory stuff already?
I have the backstory written out. I have everything but, I guess, the labels and stats and stuff.
Yeah,
I have a... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I have a decent amount of backstory, I think. Not like anything insane, but a good amount.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
I think I have everything except for the, like, when our team first came together and the relationships and influence.
Oh yeah, same.
Wow, guys, very nice. Let's just does anybody want to go into some backstory lore real quick?
I'll go.
All right, Gabe, you go, and I'll be typing a lot.
Okay, so basically my Janice, her name is Valen Merrick, and she's a dirty blonde. And she was basically raised by homeless parents. Like, she was about 2 years old when she got dropped off in a military academy because they couldn't take care of her. And she studied under military people for a while, probably till about 14 years old. And then that's when she started discovering her powers. And so she ran away because she was misunderstood, and basically, like, they couldn't what do you call, like, they couldn't, like, she didn't fit in and stuff. And so she just, like, ran away, and she's been living on her own, like, kind of like her parents, like, from place to place, like, trying to discover who she is and stuff.
Okay. So how old is she now, roughly?
16.
Is she like a local? Because this campaign is taking place in New Orleans, the NOLA. Was she in the area, like in the general area, or is she like gone from out of state now to this area, or?
She's in the general area, you know, just bumming off Waffle House to Waffle House.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
What's school look like for Miss Valen Merrick now?
Kind of non-existent. She's kind of a dropout.
Dropout,
Well,
okay.
she was at a military school, so she kind of, like, the equivalent of dishonorably discharged, but not really. Just kind of like a runaway from whatever you call that. Yeah, she went AWOL, basically. She had some conflicts at her academy. She had some trouble with authority with her supervisors, and you know, because they didn't understand her. They didn't. She felt out of place, and she felt like she was more powerful than them and stuff like that. But she doesn't know how to, like, she's just like tapping into her full potential, you know.
All right. We'll come back around with some more questions later. Who wants to go next?
I'll go if no one else wants to jump in.
Go for it.
So I'm playing a protege. His like real name is like a secret identity, but I'll tell you guys just so you know. But his name is Ezra Reyes. His hero name is Echo.
Oh, how you spell that?
Echo, just like the sound Echo.
Okay.
He's from the Windy City, from Chicago. He's like Mexican American. He's got a pretty athletic body, and like when he's not in his hero uniform, like you can tell he's from money. Like he has like, I guess, more proper clothes, like not just like casual clothing. His costume is like protective wear. He does a lot of hand-to-hand fighting, so he has like reinforcements on like his shins and his knuckles and forearms as part of his costume. Let's see. The protege's whole thing is they have a mentor that's trying to like pull them in a specific way. So his mentor is like a pro hero from Chicago, and their name is Counter. And as far as like their personal life like background, I don't like know how open they are, because they see it as like, if anyone ever finds out who Ezra really is, that they'll have a like a way to get to counter. So like he keeps his personal life pretty close to his like chest. He's pretty like business with the rest of the team.
Did you say the name was Ezra?
Yeah, Ezra.
Shit, I need to change the name. All right.
Oh, shit, did you pick Ezra
he
too?
has the same name.
No.
as my wife.
My main character is not named Ezra, but the I guess my equivalent of handler, her first name is Ezra.
I mean, it's fine. There
I can
be
change
more
that
than
though.
one
That's not
Ezra.
solidified. Yeah. Also, yeah, it's never gonna come up. It's a background character, I guess.
I mean, people have the same name in real life. It's fine.
Yeah, it works. All right, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Um,
I need to pull all my stuff.
what age is Echo?
Like probably on the way to 18, so between 17 and 18. Yeah.
Okay. Got some stuff to work with there. Okay. Who else wants to go?
I guess I got my stuff ready.
All right.
So, mine is the newborn class, and they go by the name of Callaway, but the company that developed them just refers to them informally or formally as Experiment 17. The appearance, they have a metal body, but they have a synthetic skin layer that is the real outer coat. And they loosely modeled it after Johnny Depp, but they wanted to make it a less, a more gender neutral version of that. So the look of this person, it's so brown eyes, brown hair, very very much the same appearance, but they shift their gender dependent on whatever look they want to do. I guess kind of explain that later. But the only thing that they can't really replicate is their voice. They can't shift the voice anywhere, so if they talk, you'll immediately know it's one person or another. But it looks like a normal human in most ways. The exception to that is if they use their abilities, wherever the ability comes out of, that part, the synthetic outer skin layer will melt off, and it takes about half an hour for it to grow back to its original pace. And that ability to regenerate is why it can slightly alter its appearance to make it look a little bit more like a man or a little bit more like a woman. The backstory, one of the big things for the newborn is having a handler or someone that I guess created it or brought it up. So I decided to have the backstory told by the handler. And the handler's name is Dr. Ezra Turing. She is the chief architect of Experiment 17, and this is her account of what they are and what they're like. So Experiment 17 was developed by my employer, Callaway Defense, a defense contractor who was attempting to make a humanoid machine with thermal control and solid light projection built into it. It needed to look and act like a human so that it can blend in without agitating less open-minded individuals. The idea is if people won't accept superheroes, they won't likely take our creation very well either. For that reason, we want it to blend in to the point where it seems like any other human until it needs to spring into action. Experiment 17 was intended to test the system's ability to make a synthetic human that can have all this power and know when it's morally appropriate to use it. Experiment 16, its predecessor, had all the power but lacked a good moral compass. This is obviously a problem because when we make more militarized models down the road, we don't want to worry about the AI turning on its allies. Experiment 17 has been our most successful model yet. Abilities work great, the body seems realistic, the moral compass has been working so far, although there's still much to test. It calls itself Callaway, and its only notable flaw is it can't properly convey its emotions, yelling angrily when it's happy or laughing hysterically when it's sad. This is a problem for sure, but compared to what happened with Experiment 16, this is seen as a relatively minor issue. Outside of that, it seems to act like a completely normal person with thoughts, emotions, unique interests. In tests where Experiment 17 is exposed to varieties of literature, it latches onto fashion magazines for some reason and seems to be mesmerized by the outfits the celebrities and models wear. It even slightly alters its appearance to appear like one gender or the other. We modeled it to look. We modeled it to look gender neutral, but it seems to sporadically redefine itself using its regenerating skin. The changes are small enough to easily tell it's still the same person, but just enough to make you think it's a man or a woman. We're not sure why it does this, but we look forward to exploring that phenomenon further. Unfortunately, management wants to show off Experiment 17 prematurely so that we can wow our stakeholders. They volunteered it to join the president's task force in New Orleans. Things are going well for sure so far, but it's hard to be sure if Experiment 17 is fully stable yet. I'm worried about how it's going to react to the new environment, not to mention all the challenges being in that task force will bring. I've been Experiment 17's handler up to this point, but I was told I wouldn't be going along for this, and it will be its first time acting entirely on its own. I guess I'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Soon the whole world will get to meet Calloway, and I'll have to watch from my TV screen. Yeah, and that's it.
Wow, very nice.
So it has this weird, like, a fixation on if it sees any, like, really weird clothing, it puts it on in some weird mixed-matched form. It doesn't really understand fashion, but for some reason it's weirdly infatuated with it.
She do real well on Japanese street fashion.
Mm-hmm.
That's intricate. I like it.
There's a lot of good parallels on this team, I think. So Nathaniel and Jocelyn.
I can go. So, as y'all know, I'm the star now, and yeah. So my character's name is Guy Donaghy, and like first name Guy. So yeah, and he's like, I don't know, always kind of, or I guess I'll start with his appearance. He's like
Thanks for the
got
sub.
white hair, and he's also
Sam.
physically fit and stuff like
Appreciate
that.
you.
He tries to, maintain his good look and good, like, I guess, life appearance. Like he's always got to look like he's got everything going for him and everything like that. And so his like social media kind of stuff, always on point, all that stuff. I think he like, so early on in his life, he so I'll say he probably like came from like a family that also had like parents had superpowers, but they were like not like crazy or anything like that. Like I just imagine that they did. But yeah, he never like really, I guess, expected, like when he was young, he didn't like think anything of it. But he always did look up to the people who like the cool like superheroes and stuff that were like doing like really cool stuff and like, I don't know, just like the All Mights kind of a thing. But is there like a hero leaderboard kind of thing, or no?
I thought they're kind of hated in this world.
No, I thought it was just in New Orleans.
There's fan sites. There's not an official.
There's a super TMZ.
Yeah.
There are definitely TMZ's, BuzzFeed list, Reddit list, YouTube tier list.
Yeah.
What's the
kinda
other
like-
one? Amiibo? Is it Amiibo? No.
It's kind of like the boys.
Amino.
It's kind of like what?
Like the boys. You know how they have like a big social media
You haven't
following?
seen it.
Oh, well, that's not really
We're
spoilers.
supposed
It's like,
to prime watch it, but
Supposedly it's
That's
like a more gritty, realistic superhero show.
Is that the
Yeah.
one on Amazon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think y'all would really like it actually. It's got a lot of
So-
penises though, so beware.
But anyways, I like, I imagine that like if there was that kind of thing where like people were like looking up to people, like that's kind of what my character strives to be now. Just because I think like my character probably would have like looked up to that. After like learning like about my powers and stuff like that. I think like early on, say like school or whatever, like at first my friends that I had like grown attached to like thought it was like super cool and everything until like uh I don't know, I guess maybe like either jealousy or something. It seemed like they weren't like, I don't know, it just felt different, and so I kind of like
Damn, the
distanced
vibes off.
Sorry, what?
Said, damn, the vibes off.
Yeah, and I kind of like distanced myself from them and like anyone close, and just went to like more like shallow relationships, but with a lot of people, and kind of like, I guess, hiding in like this appearance that everything's cool and I got everything going on. You know what I mean? And
Right.
yeah, so that's kind of what started my lifestyle of kind of like trying to look cool and like finding my identity and my power and stuff. So, yeah.
How old is Guy?
So I originally imagined more like mid 20s, but I think with everyone else being like 17 or 18, I'm cool with being 18 because like there's not really a reason
together.
I mean, it makes you feel any better. My character's like 2 years old.
yeah, but like I have no problem with being like a teenager, so I'd probably say like 18 or something. So.
Maybe you are in your mid-20s, but you just say 18.
I-
Your celebrity age.
You know, hey, I'm with that actually. I'm
Oh, no.
oh no.
What a creep.
That's what I was about to ask. I was like, oh, are we just living in Titan's Tower in the middle of the city? Okay, cool.
Okay, and there was one.
Go, Ricardo. It's your turn.
Alright, my hero is Star Child as the outsider.
Okay. So I'm gonna be playing the transformed. And she's just literally, it's a bat. I'm playing a bat. I have kind of like the bare bones of it, but she has like the big ears. Snoot. She's based off of a pallid bat, so she eats a lot of insects and scorpions, and she's just kind of pretty terrifying to look at. She's like the chillest person you could ever meet, and if anybody sees her and they scream and she's like, I did the same thing when I woke up like this for the first time. Her rise to fame as a superhero happened during a family vacation when an earthquake hit and collapsed a building, and she was able to use her sonar to find survivors and dig them up and get them to safety. She's pretty sure she was only invited to be on this team because the president wanted a mascot, and she's the closest thing to a living, breathing, talkative mascot. She's originally from New Mexico, and she's half Navajo and half black, and she's really like grounded in with her family. I'm guessing now she's also 18. Her dad is her biggest supporter and always like writes music about her and how she's the best.
Batman.
No. No Batman. And that's all I got so far.
Okay.
I mean, I drew her too. I can throw that back up if you want.
I forgot to ask, is Guy Donaghy a New Orleans local, or is he also out of towner?
I don't really have a problem with him being local. I hadn't really thought about where he was from, or like I thought about it, but I didn't really like decide, you know. But I don't have
It'd be so weird when like you become really famous and you're telling everybody you're 18. Like people almost in their 30s are like, "This guy was a freshman when I was a senior."
It's okay. We can be the cyborgs of the Teen Titans, because I thought Cyborg was older too.
Yeah, but
Was
then
he?
they changed it in the cartoon to make it not weird.
He was older than them. He was just like the dad, but not really.
It's racist.
You say it's racist?
Hey, I have a quick
Okay,
question,
So she
Jim Jar.
is-
Yeah.
What is where was it? Hold on one second. The costume types, what is distracting
Oh, you guys
costume
need the
mean?
rest of your characters.
Yeah, that'd
Sheets.
be nice.
I have mine online right now.
Costumes?
Yeah. So there's iconic, concealing, distracting,
make
and
them.
Oh yeah, I
flashy.
forgot about that. I mean, I guess my costume is just mix matching the weirdest looking clothes I can find.
So basically, you're gonna be card captor Sakura, but not really, not
Yeah.
as cute.
Well, honestly, when I was thinking of this character, my first thought was what the fuck is that song? Thrift Shop.
Thrift shop.
Yeah, Thrift
The
Shop.
leather one?
Yeah, that
She's
giant
like-
fur coat. That was the image I had in my mind when I was thinking of this
Lots of
character.
that.
Who are you? You're the Janice.
Yeah, I think Math needs his full star thing too.
Yeah, I do.
A distracting costume.
Distracting, yeah. I'm not sure what that means.
I think it's
Imagine
pretty. It's pretty. A lot of the stuff is pretty open to interpretation.
I would say it's probably like.
Are we gonna
Huh.
go for a team uniform or?
Well,
is it
I was gonna say kind of what I was thinking of for Flashy, but then Flashy was right there next to it.
Yeah. So I have the options of iconic, concealing, distracting, and flashy.
I think
Maybe
distracting.
distracting is sexual.
Yeah, concealing. Like you have like a boob window or something.
Yeah,
Wait, concealing has a boob window?
No, I think
like
distracting.
the opposite of concealing.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And iconic is just like, it just looks cool.
I guess unique.
Unique. I like unique.
I think
Kind
you
of like how
should-
the Superman logo is iconic to that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think iconic tends towards like the spandex and cape kind of look.
Alright. Also, labels, what are they? The danger, freak, savior, superior, mundane.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to jump ahead.
They're just a short explanation. They're like the stats for this game, like instead of strength or dexterity or whatever.
Gotcha.
My curiosity with that though is some of these seem like it might be beneficial for you to be on the lower end of them. Like maybe being a freak would be a good thing or a bad thing depending on context. If you're trying
Yeah,
to scare someone, being a hell of a freak might be good.
Each of the labels affects the moves. Because you have like your sheet moves that are on that second page, but there are also basic moves that everyone can do, and basically each stat is tied to a different move.
Oh, okay.
Like danger is used for directly engaging a threat in like a blow for blow fight. So the lower your danger is, the worse you are at like just straight up blow for blowing with the villain.
Okay.
Where is the star?
Always gotta be complicated, man.
I think that one's in the
Goodness.
Aegis one.
No, Aegis is brain and soldier.
Oh, then it's the Halcyon City Herald Collection.
Yup.
But the labels are also like how your character views themselves, so they change a lot during play. Like they're
Yeah,
not
the labels are very fluid.
yeah. They can change from like scene to scene or fight to fight because our characters inherently are supposed to be unsure of themselves. So like things can affect how they view themselves, and that's what the labels are. It's how your character views themselves.
Oh, okay.
for instance, if you're like your handler told you something specific about like your behavior, they might be trying to shift your labels, like either like more mundane to make you more human-like and shift freak down, stuff like that.
Okay.
Which there's a mechanic to resist that if you want to, or you can roll with it if you think it's beneficial for something. You can be like, "You're not my dad. You can tell me what to do." It's very teen drama-y, this game.
I knew I chose 16-year-old for a reason.
Well, this is gonna be fun to play out with a character that doesn't know how to properly convey their emotions,
Oh yeah.
much more literally than usual.
Man, I had the newborn, but I thought it was the outsider, so I pulled up the other book, and that was the outsider.
The Outsider is a core book. I think you still. I don't know if Gabe has the
Yeah,
Jane.
newborn's in HC.
Yeah.
But when I saw the newborn, I thought, I was like, oh, that looks like the outsider.
Definitely.
Wait, I already did the newborn, didn't I?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I already got my full sheet.
Oh, I need the transformed.
No, I have it pulled up. I have the book.
I don't need anything.
Yeah.
You just
Just
needed
look.
Gabe. I mean, Max.
Wow,
Gabe, you have
dang, I was
the-
too lazy.
Gabe, you have the full 2 sheets?
I'm guessing it's like an online thing. It's got like all the
Yeah.
way down to, which by the way, I'm not sure if I'm gonna, yeah, I can save this. Yeah. Okay. I should be able to save all of it and then send it to y'all or whatever.
What is... There's a fillable sheet I found out for each of the characters.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I want that.
Yeah, I want that too.
Yeah, I want that.
Yeah, make Ricardo's work useless.
Yeah.
That's what I always dreamed of.
I still need to go back and relook at this Matty bot. It's supposed to be able to run Mask entirely.
Should I put it? I'm just gonna. It's in group one.
Wow, you don't even have to DM, you just let a bot do it.
What do we pay for? All of them are on there. Transformed. Oh, you're not
I think
on
it's
there.
only the core book ones though.
So I gotta manage my own
Two of us
nonsense.
are on there.
It's fine. I'll make a spreadsheet or some shit.
Gabe's on there too. He has the Janus.
Yeah, this is what he's using. I saw this earlier, but it doesn't have my character, so.
It was kind of confusing if you didn't know what the book looked like first.
Well, back to Ricardo's images he shared with me.
Can all of us roll for in with Maddie, or
You should be able to, but I have to create your player.
oh, okay.
What are we doing?
No.
The bot. It's just typing.
Yeah, he has a bot that like lets you have your character information on Discord, and you can make it like roll your rolls for you.
Oh, that's cool.
Chase, do you know what your initial label is gonna be?
Like my +1?
Yeah.
Yeah, savior.
Oh no. It didn't
It'll
tell
work.
me.
It didn't tell me. I'll be right back. I'm gonna turn the fan on. Oh, by the way, Ricardo, I think we have to clash on Saturday.
Okay. Oh, I didn't put your character in, that's why.
Because I work 3 to 11 on Sunday.
I mean, that works for me still.
I just didn't know if you wanted to tell the other two guys.
That'll be fine.
So who's the quietly loud, or should I just call you the quietly loud?
Oh, well, it's two people. I'm Caleb, and then Jocelyn is also here. We're just sharing a mic.
Oh, okay, got you.
Who did I meet?
You said you met Chase, right?
What is,
Chase.
What is your character's name, Caleb?
Callaway?
How do you spell that?
Callaway.
Callaway. Okay. So I'm picking you as someone that I knew from my past civilian life. Is that cool?
Past what?
Ow.
Yeah,
He's
I
a
think
baby.
he
I
might
just
be,
came out of the lab fresh.
he might be the only one that you can't know from past life
Oh,
or from past in your life. He's like a creation that was made like you said like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and this will be their first experience outside of the controlled test environment.
gotcha.
All right. Let's slow it down here for a second. Did everybody already pick their abilities? It sounded like y'all mostly did.
No.
I did.
I did.
Okay, yeah, abilities, yeah.
Yes.
Hey, it worked.
Daniel.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I just pick one from the ability thing, right?
Oh, what's it say on your sheet? Dude?
Yeah. I'm doing like control.
No, from your star moves, bud.
That's
Like the abilities right under the picture.
yeah, isn't that?
Oh yeah, we're just talking about the abilities.
Oh, okay.
I'm walking them through this because
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
that's
sounds
what. See,
like
this is why I was
Gabe's
asking.
getting way ahead.
This is why I'm
I'm
asking.
sorry.
So, light control. Yes, I have my ability.
Oh, okay.
My one.
I'll
You have light control,
Yeah.
and Callaway has solid light projection.
Solid light projection and thermal control.
Hmm.
Because it had me pick two.
So you guys are shiny.
I have a shared ability with my mentor, and then I have a unique ability to myself, and my mentor also has a unique one. But our shared ability is impossible fighting skills. So like every different martial arts like training, he like hammered into me. And then my unique ability is power mimicry.
It's a
That's
hell of
why-
a power, dude.
That's why I'm called Echo, because I'm like basically I beat someone by copying their ability and then hand-to-hand fighting them.
Is it like you have to see it, or
Yeah, it's time and distance like based. So like the further away I am from someone, the weaker or it gets, and the longer I'm using it, the weaker it gets.
that's pretty dope?
But it's only one at a time, too. At least for now.
Mm.
But I can pick and choose. It's not like
I don't
Not
know.
like passive absorption.
I don't know exactly all the details about how light control works, but I do know one thing that I wanted to do is just I always have this
Lens
like
flare, dude.
this very I do have like some shininess on my glasses or whatever if I were to have some, but no, this is the like sunglasses, you know. But no, I do keep this constant like very faint light on me just to look brighter than everyone else, but I don't talk about it, and if you were to ask me about it, I pretend like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm basically
I
a
love
When you
Twilight
die, you're just gonna
vampire.
get dim.
Oh no.
Is he a Charmander?
Yeah.
So you're basically the Twilight vampires were written about you,
Yeah,
basically.
that's me.
You're loosely based on him.
Wait, I didn't write down Transform's name.
Dude,
She doesn't have a name.
Oh,
Patricia.
Matilda.
No, it's not Batilda. Batilda's the in-between name. No, I want to choose a better name.
dude, I can't believe I didn't think about it before, but when I smile, I can actually make that little sparkle like ding. Dude, that's
Your
a thing.
theme song is "My Shiny Teeth and Me" by Chip Skylar.
Yeah. And then I guess for Ricardo's records, my mentor's unique ability is telekinesis and telepathy.
holy cow!
So he like reads people's minds and counters their fighting style. Which is how I got a lot of my training, because I could copy that ability. How do you know?
I'm not the only one that's going to be constantly thinking of my hero, right?
Yeah, that's basically that.
No, I probably will too, but that's kind of why I was asking if there was like similarities in that sense, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine my mentor is like an Aizawa, like Rudolph. Like he can't like cancel someone's abilities, but he uses hand to hand and like telepathy to kind of fight like Aizawa.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because like I'm like similar to Deku, but reverse, where I'm like I would probably be like that All Might guy. Probably he's not that cool. I'm better than him.
So you're what the fuck's that friend, the explosion guy?
Bakugo.
Yeah, you're him, but with Deku's powers.
We'll see. I don't know exactly. I mean, my guy is hopefully not gonna be like a jerk, aside from just being so self-absorbed. I think that's the only thing that's gonna make him.
Have you are y'all all caught up on that anime?
Yeah. I mean, there isn't anything after his start, right? That's the last episode.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
gonna say his cockiness reminds me of like Hawk.
Hawks.
Oh yeah.
The literal one that looks
The
like
Burb.
a hawk.
Yeah, Mr. Feather Dude.
Callaway has solid light projection and what else?
Thermal control. And it typically manifests in the hands. There's a stronger point where it can come out of, I guess, like where their belly button would be. But
That's horrifying. Your body
Theo-
just melts.
yeah, theoretically it could come out anywhere, but wherever it does come from, the synthetic layer of skin will melt off.
Lovely.
It comes back though, it's fine.
You're basically Genos from
Yeah.
One Punch.
They're not a very good fighter because this was more of a moral test, but they're, I guess theoretically they'd probably be more savior related, more focused on trying to keep people safe. Since the whole point of this experiment was to give them a strong moral compass.
And the transformed as superhuman senses and what?
Oh, I guess Inhuman Might.
Powerful.
But that makes sense. I just, out of the other ones, that one's the only one that kind of like literal bat.
Bats are known for their incredible strength.
I mean, if you saved someone from a collapsed building, I imagine you echolocated them and then lifted the rubble.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Would flying be considered a superhuman sense, or no? No, I guess not.
I
If it's what.
probably strength is why you're bad at
Okay.
that. You're so strong, you just beat the air around you to fly.
Okay, sure. But
Man,
yeah,
I feel like
she's a bat.
flying would be more part of your transformed body. I wouldn't mind giving you that.
Okay. Because I want her to have like the bat wings, but they come in and out so she can fight and then put them up because I feel like that'd be annoying to have all the time, always.
Are they
Well,
added for back, or are they
sometimes
just
having
bred them to-
wings is just annoying. I'm
Okay.
sure birds wish they could just put their wings away all the time.
Probably not.
Is it like an underarm thing, or does
Yeah.
it come out the back?
No, under him.
Oh,
Like,
okay. So like a bat.
like a bat.
If you're gonna be a bat, be a bat.
A bat then.
All right. And Valen Merrick is a
Yes.
Janice. What does Janice have?
I keep hearing you say janitor.
Janice has 2 unique abilities. What
Yes.
2 unique abilities does Valen Merrick have?
Supernatural senses and impossible mobility.
They also have a baseline like height and physical ability.
You're a super soldier, Valen.
Yes.
I think that's everybody. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So then we have the labels, and kind of got into that. Yeah, basically this is like a Teen Titans kind of game where from session to session, scene to scene, your ability to perform and do the stuff that you're good at is always going to be affected by how you're feeling, what you're thinking about, what's going on, who yelled at you last. That's kind of what these labels represent. You get a +1 initially that you kind of can put wherever it feels right according to your character. And from that point forward, pretty much anytime a label goes up, another one will go down. And it'll kind of always be in an equilibrium like that.
Yeah, the only caveat is if you're at +3 or -2 and something would shift that label up or down, like past that barrier point, you take a condition immediately, which is kind of like the health system.
Yeah, conditions are basically your health bar in this game.
So
If you get too conditioned out, you're out of commission.
So like being too far to the right or too far to the left is bad.
yeah, well, it's not bad; it's risky.
Okay.
Like
It
your
does.
Okay.
Your labels can help you do certain things better. So having them up is good, but it is a risk if they're too far one way.
So at the beginning, we were picking one label?
So your sheets should all have a unique set that's like highlighted in white. That's your baseline. And then I'm pretty sure all of them you just have a add +1 wherever you choose. So based on your character's personal backstory, you can move one of those labels up depending on how you think your character feels baseline.
Yeah.
So what
Do
can
we
you
ha-
explain the uses of these? I mean, like I guess scenario wise, like what having a -2 would do for you versus a +3 for each of those. Because I'm struggling like with mundane. I'm not sure. Does
So it's,
-2 mean I'm extra mundane or very not mundane?
so think of you played D&D before, right?
Yeah,
Briefly?
kind
Yeah.
of.
So these are basically like your strength, con, dex, wisdom, intelligence. So different situations that stat will apply, um, and you'll either subtract or add that number to your roll depending on like what label that move. Because all the things you do in the game are called moves. Whatever that move triggers off of, because each move triggers off of a specific label.
Oh,
that will affect your likelihood of success.
okay. So,
Yeah, I
just to
just
help me
uploaded the basic moves file. I think that'll help.
pick which one I want to add the +1 to, does like these mundane, for example, does -2 mean extra mundane or not mundane at all?
It means less. It means you see yourself as less mundane. They're all
Okay.
about how your character views your like itself. So if you have a low mundane score, then they don't see themselves as like a regular person.
Okay.
And the mundane label has to do with like your ability to connect with other people, like on like an emotional, empathic level.
Yeah, so
Okay.
on the basic moves, they have comfort or support. So when you comfort or support someone, you roll mundane. But
Okay.
if you're someone like the newborn who, on a baseline, doesn't really see themselves as very human, you're not mundane and you're not able to connect with regular humans that well.
That one's not changing. I imagine I put my point in savior.
But your character like may view themselves as mundane, even though they're not. Like you could be working towards that, you know, if your character thought they were normal, or like that's like the progression you wanted to go. Like they said, your labels can shift. So if you're trying to progress one way or the other, you can do that.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Wait, so to clarify, if you see yourself as like empathetic, then the mundane point should be high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like me, I'm the star, so I'm like pretty like again like self-absorbed and think I'm like a hot shot and stuff, and so I'm pretty sure my mundane is gonna only be going down unless I have a personality change.
So I have -1 freak by default on the labels. Does that mean that I don't think I'm a freak?
Yeah.
So freak, yeah, you don't think of yourself as a freak, and freak is also used in Unleash Your Powers.
Yeah. Well, because the Janus's whole view is they're trying to have a normal life, so they don't see themselves as some freak with powers. Like the Janus is kind of based on like Spider-Man, where he lives like a dual life, where he like goes to school or has a family, and then he also has like a superpower life.
That's awesome because I just picked delivery person for obligations.
Yeah, and they also have like the whole mask mechanic, which is like their unique like thing.
A mask mechanic. Can you explain that?
Yeah. See, I wish you had
The
the sheet.
plucker thing, yeah.
Is it just
the
like
online thing doesn't like lay it out.
okay?
Basically, like your superhero mask kind of like embodies a label, and so when you have that on, like it can shift your labels almost completely.
Gotcha. So
If you
the
look
danger.
in your Janus moves, the mask is automatically checked off. Basically, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. The danger label. What does that mean?
Danger is it's mostly used for directly engaging a threat, which is one of the basic moves. It's how you like go blow for blow, like fighting a villain. So like if you want your character to be about like I'm the guy who like goes head to head with the villain, then that's like the one you focus on. But it's also like how much of like a danger you see yourself to other people. And
Okay.
Again, I would recommend opening the basic moves PDF.
yeah, for sure. I think each of the labels are tied to the basic moves, and then we all have playbook moves on that second sheet that make us unique, and some of those can shift the way basic moves interact.
I think actually the newborn switches out some mundane stuff for freak, if I remember right. I have to find it now.
Like one of my protege moves that I can pick is called Venting Frustration, and when I directly engage a threat while I'm angry, which is one of the conditions, I can roll plus the label my mentor denies instead of plus danger.
Yeah, so newborn, when you comfort or support someone by telling them what makes them unique, you roll freak instead of mundane.
That's interesting. Where did you see that?
It's on your second page
Second page.
under newborn moves. It's a move that you can pick.
Where are these moves at?
All right, I'm just gonna make everybody's page.
Yeah, that's what I think that's a good idea.
So the my newborn moves are those aren't the only moves I can do. It also includes that moves page that you put in the
Right.
No,
Yeah,
no.
so the moves that I put in there, the basic moves are like the basic gameplay mechanics, and then your newborn moves are your ones unique to your class.
Okay. It says choose two. Is it so the two I choose are those the only ones I'm allowed to use?
As you advance, you'll be able to pick more, and you can also usually pick moves from other playbooks.
Yeah, if you
if
look
you
on the first
want.
sheet under advancement, there's like take another move from your playbook, take a move from another.
Okay.
We didn't get that far.
Yeah, we're trudging along. We're still talking about labels and picking them.
Yeah, but I think the moves kind of explain the labels a little bit there.
Yeah, but I'm saying like we're not at advancement yet.
Oh yeah.
All right, whose did I not make?
Mm.
I didn't make the transform.
Do the
Transform is base
or-
book, right?
Or the Janus. Yeah, they're both Facebook.
So do I tell you what labels I picked or what I added 1 + 1 to?
Yeah, in just a sec, because I'll use that to make your character in the Maddie bot that we're going to be using.
Okay.
Okay, so it was the 20,454, right?
So
Because we got a discount.
So
Okay. Who's picked their label?
I think you already had mine, right?
Yeah, yours is already created.
I think I have my labels gonna be +1 to savior.
Okay, give me 1 second then. spell Callaway for me, since this will be like the official thing?
It is. It is Callaway.
Got it. And you're putting your label on which one again?
Savior.
What? You might have to copy and paste that then.
Copy and paste.
And the roles, the one I typed that it said I already created character.
Should I do the same for
See if
mine?
that works. Let's see if this works. I don't know.
Oh, you want me to copy that command that you put for mine?
Yeah. Okay, then yeah, everybody can just use that format. The first thing is your character type. The second to last is your username, and
Oh,
the
you
very
got to
last thing is the label you're picking.
do it on your Discord account.
Instead of newborn, do I put star or is it the star or what?
It's just star, yeah.
Okay. For the name, do I just put like only one name?
Yeah,
roles.
put whatever name you want to put in there. If it's gonna have a space in it, you have to put it in quotation marks.
My name is
No, you can probably wait until you figure out your name.
Does it matter if it's single quotes or double quotes or no?
Double quotes.
What are we supposed to type?
So in that format, the first one is your class. The second one is whatever name you want the bot to call you. The third one is your Discord name, and the last one is the label that you're starting.
What was the third thing?
I think I broke yours, Chase.
This is like your Discord.
I think you did mine as your character or something.
Yeah, I think I can wipe that.
It might be your actual. Ricardo, does it have to be your Discord name?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to match your username so it knows like who it's for. So the Gabriel Logan Jabaria.
And I'll copy it and try to make it if you want to clear yours.
And then the last thing is the
I don't know how to clear mine. I hope I cleared mine when I updated myself back as GM.
The last one is whatever you pick, so Danger Freak, Savior, Superior, or Mundane. Like, are you doing Mundane for your +1?
I'm doing Danger.
Danger, okay. So then you put Danger.
Danger, Will Robertson, danger.
I think it's just Janus, not the Jane.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just it's not the Janus, just you.
I heard Chase. Like that.
I think it has to be lowercase, maybe.
Yeah.
Rip.
They don't want me to use proper English. Wait, everything has to be lowercase or
No,
just the name?
No, just that.
Just Janus.
Name her Clara Nisla.
There you go. You
Wow.
capitalized it in your response, though.
Look at that.
Bots are dumb.
Make sure to put the double quotes.
Is it transformed?
Yeah, all lowercase transformed.
It's funny though, cause like checking for caps in coding is not that hard at all. It's like very beginner stuff.
Correct.
Yeah, it's the beginner stuff that gets you though.
Later,
Right.
yeah.
Semicolons.
So after that, then let's see. Conditions.
Clara Nesba. Or is it Clara?
Clara. She goes by Nesba though.
I'm glad it accepted the emojis. I was worried it was gonna have trouble with your.
That's my name.
Huh?
That's my Discord username.
Yeah, I know. I was worried it was gonna have trouble with special character.
No. She goes by Nesba.
Miss Nesbit.
Mrs. Nesbitt.
I can't remember what I quoted that for a little while ago, and then somebody looked at me like they had no idea what I was talking about. I was like, what?
Okay. So now we have our real backstory questions.
Yeah.
Those are on your page 2s underneath conditions. Everybody should probably start looking at those, and if anyone thinks they can run through them or has already answered them, they can start while everyone else works on them.
I think I got mine.
All right. Let's
Do
go.
I doc here or do I just say them?
You can just say them. I'll type what I think's important. Hopefully, everyone else will listen.
What are we listening to?
I'm gonna put in group 1 the name of the person that created me, so you don't want this.
What are we looking at?
In group 1, I put the creator's name, and the Y is as a experiment to test their new morality AI inside of this project to build a weaponized humanoid thing. If you want a more thing, then Callaway Defense is the company that she works for that created it. So you can also say that company created him, her. How am I different from humans? Well, the most notable thing is, I guess, the metal body and the skin melts off when I use abilities is something. But if you're looking for more of a personality answer, it's the inability to always convey emotions properly, where like if they're sad they might start frantically laughing, or angry they might cry, or whatever. Sometimes they get some mixed up bit on the expression of their emotion. Oh, and I guess also their ability to shift their gender appearance. It doesn't. I mean, they're supposed to be gender neutral, but use that reforming skin to change. And then who outside the team is your caretaker? Oh, well, okay, that's the doctor as returning. So I guess the answer to the first question could just be Callaway Defense, and then the handler could be Dr. Ezra Turing, although she helped create him too. What about humanity fascinates you the most? Anything relating to appearances and clothing and stuff. There's a weird fixation on that. And why do you care about the team? Because I was told to.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
They programmed me to
It'd
want
be
to.
like that for newborns. Okay, very good. I think a lot of that was actually already covered in your initial background, which is nice.
Yeah, I was using these questions to define how I should make the backstory.
Real quick, does everybody see a notebook or see their name in the notebook's channels?
No.
Channels?
I don't
It's
even
at the
see
very
it.
bottom now.
Oh, there it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
mine's misspelled.
Nasbag. Nasbag.
Listen, the letters are very close.
No. How dare you? That's not the last name.
I think I have it set up right.
Yeah, mine's misspelled too, but I'll let it slide.
You know what? Chase, can you type something in yours real quick? And can anyone see what is typed in Chase's?
Who's
I don't
Chase.
see Chase's notebook.
Echo.
You don't see Echo?
No.
See it.
Okay, good. Everyone's notebooks will be private.
Oh, I can see everybody
But I can
else's.
see everybody else's. Yeah.
Well, I haven't. I've only done his.
Okay, cool.
I can see what Jocelyn and Gabe wrote.
Yeah, I've only done yours.
Oh, okay.
Patience, man. I'm on your side, Ricardo. Everyone else is.
I don't know.
Especially
Misspelled mine.
Just expect you to do everything instantly, Ricardo. Jeez.
Wow. Who wants to do their next backstory?
I can go.
All right.
So how did you first meet your mentor? Ezra is from a single parent family. It's just his mom. She put him in like martial arts when he was young. And just so happens that his mentor, like as a daytime kind of job, like runs a like martial arts like dojo-esque kind of thing, because he thinks that like the children of the city should be able to defend themselves, and it's like, you know, good, all the benefits of martial arts. So that's how they first met.
Hey, we just lost power.
Oh.
So, y'all can.
The second question is, when and why did you choose to train with him? I mean, it wasn't really his choice to begin with. Like I said, he was kind of like put into the program. Not that he had a problem with it. I think he enjoyed it. Why did they agree to train you? I think his power mimicry like abilities kind of developed like over the course of the years he was like in this program. And so he kind of discovered that his mentor was like the pro hero because he tapped into his telepathy abilities. And like dealing with like the all the like psychic input like was painful, so he was like taught like how to deal with like these new powers just like developing inside of him, and also like figuring out what was going on. So they kind of took them under their wing as like a father figure and like hero training stuff. Who else outside of the team knows about your training? That's a good question. I think there's probably some other pro heroes in Chicago that are like closer with Counter that know he has like a protege, but I don't think they know like Echo's secret identity. The Counter's probably brought him on like missions that required like a bigger hero presence. And why do I care about the team? So I think a lot of what Counter pushed on Echo was his superior label, like being better, outsmarting like villains, and using your mind and not necessarily like brute forcing everything. So he had a lot of training of like threat analysis, how to counter like villains' plans, especially with telepathy, but also focused in his power mimicry and like martial arts training. So I think there's a lot of that carries over. Like he was kind of placed on the team. I don't know if this jives with Ricardo, but I think it's kind of like a recommendation kind of thing. Yeah. Like Counter like recommended him to be on the team. I don't know if necessarily like the leader, but I think that's what Counter had in mind. And I don't know if that's like what's gonna pan out. But as someone who has like experience like fighting crime already, like having that as a center point of the team sounded like a good idea. And also to work on that aspect of like threat assessment and that superior label kind of pushes like a team captain mindset through. But that's kind of at odds with Echo, like who he wants to be. Like he wants to just save as many people as possible. He cares less about like foiling the villain as much as he cares about like saving everyone he can, even if that puts him in danger. So he has like the savior versus superior like battle going on. Yeah. So I care about the team because where was I going with that? I think I kind of lost my train of thought there. Mostly because I think it's something that Counter's missing. I think the label that he denies is mundane, and that's kind of carried over into him. But he wants that. I think he wants that connection, whether he knows it or not. Like he was eager for it, but I think inside he thinks that like you can do more work as a team than you can solo, even if like the people around you get hurt. But yeah, that's all my questions.
So would you say you're more of a greater good kind of a guy rather than like a personal like you want to save?
I think the greater good is what's been ingrained into him, but I think in his heart he's not like committed to that. So it's like a point of conflict in like his heart.
I feel that.
Lovely. I had so much to type out there. Real quick, is everybody's notebooks like fixed now?
Yeah, I can only see mine.
Can everybody only see theirs?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright, cool. Those are for whatever you think is important to write down.
Can you see them?
Of course, I can see everything.
Let me
Wow.
delete this message.
That's one of his powers. He's all-knowing.
Everybody's just swearing at me now.
I mean, I just typed horse, so I don't know if you count that as a swear word.
It's the worst. Horse are the worst kind of people. Remember when Family Guy was funny? Anyway. Who wants to go next?
I mean, I'll go. Mine's pretty basic.
Yours is pretty basic, but also yours ties into your move, the mask. So I don't know if you've looked at that yet.
The mask.
Yeah, right on the next side, your Janus moves. You start with the mask.
I don't know if I'm in the right place to see that.
Are you on page 2 with all the labels?
Let's see. Page 2.
He posted both your pages in Discord on the group one.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. The mask. Shifting labels. Okay. Is that it?
Just look in the Discord.
Okay, let me see.
It's the very last image uploaded is your page 2.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Shoot.
And then you have your backstory questions there that the playbook asks, as well as what you've already written out.
Okay, let me see here.
You can look over that. Has anybody else gone through their backstory questions? I think it's just Nathaniel and Jocelyn.
I'm 3/4 of the way through mine. Is it okay if I answer them in first person?
Of course.
Cool. Okay.
I've been deducting points from everybody who hasn't.
Okay.
Damn it.
I lied. I'm
No.
not 3/5 of the way through it.
That's
Wait,
fine.
what did
Y'all
the-
can take some time and keep answering them.
What do the points go towards? Is this like
You have to ask
This is
you
the inspiration
points.
points.
Shut up.
I have a separate reward system for good boys and girls who do good role play.
Oh, I know its potential. Dang it. Rip. I mean, I guess I can go, but when it says my backstory, my first question, it says, when did you first appear on screen? That's like actually like TV screen, right? Or does that just mean
Like streaming. It's 2020.
yeah? I'm just like
On your OnlyFans.
Is that what it's talking about though? Like,
Yeah, I think that's what it's talking about.
Yeah, as a star, it's like kind of implied that you're somewhat established.
yeah. So I imagine it as in like I actually am gonna jump down to like I think question 3. It's like who outside of the team supports your what is that, burgeoning star? Burgeoning? I don't know what that is. Burgeoning star in every way possible. That would definitely 100% be my mom. She's like totally like my biggest fan, 100%, and she supports everything I do.
You come from a 1 or 2 parent family.
2.
Your dad's just kind of eh.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. He thinks like, I don't know. This is like how my character actually thinks. I don't know what he thinks of me, to be honest, but I don't care. I can't let that get in my way. And my mom loves me and supports me, kind of a thing. But so she like signed me up for this like America's Got Talent kind of thing, right?
Classic.
And so I step out on stage, giving myself a bigger spotlight than everyone else, and I do some flashy tricks, and then I think I sing, and yeah.
How was the singing? Be honest.
I mean, I thought it was pretty superior, if you know what I mean.
What did the judges think?
Honestly, I was too like focused on like myself and like bowing and waving that I didn't look at what they scored me. So
Did you go on?
Probably not, but I probably say that like, you know, they don't know what they're talking about. If they really truly knew what talent was, then I would have gone. You know what I mean? So anyways, what it says, what do you tell people about how you got your powers? And I think like I think my character has like kind of always had them. They just kind of like grew. So like it started out small with like just, you know, being whenever I was a kid reading comics and stuff about these superheroes I loved and stuff, and I'd like read with no lights and crap like that, junk like that, and it was like easy stuff, you know. Again, I'm not entirely sure what all my abilities can do, so it's kind of like awkward saying, you know, anyways. And then who outside of the team loathes what you represent? I imagine this has to be something specific, but really I think it's most of the people that like I have shallow like conversation with and stuff that like are my like air quote
Your quote
friends.
friends?
Yeah.
Actually, oh my goodness.
And
Okay.
they all kind of like actually hate me and stuff, but I don't know. It's they're just like I probably to most of them give like a bad name to like superheroes cuz they know like who I really am kind of a thing. I don't know. But like to the vast majority, I would like to think that, you know, I am like the All Might kind of thing, you know, like he looks super amazing person stuff. But why do you care about the team? Again, it's probably like more of like how do I put it? I'm not like using them, but I know that like I need them. Like deep down inside, I know that like I can't do everything myself, you know, and I need them to, you know, help me be awesome and a star kind of a thing, you know. So, yeah. Deep down inside, I know it's teamwork that makes the dream work, but I won't ever admit that.
Okay. Very nice.
With the exception of the newborn, what is everybody's ethnicity?
That's racist.
No, like, I need
That's
to know.
Echo is Mexican American.
Yeah.
We don't know for sure about Valen, but she is a dirty blonde, so
She's
make
white.
of that what you will. Yeah.
She's what?
White. That's
Okay.
whatever sheet or whatever website the character sheet thing it makes you pick, and the options are.
You can actually type it in.
Oh really? So I can type like
I
an
typed mine in.
alien species? Just kidding. It says Asian, South Asian, Black, Hispanic, Latino, Indigenous, Middle Eastern, or white. I just picked white.
Okay.
If that's even a
I
race.
think Guy is white too. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm synthetic beige, not that anyone's asking.
I love me that synthetic beige.
You didn't go with the rose gold?
Damn.
No, that was the next generation. I had picked.
Experiment 18
Yeah, 18 might come in rose gold.
Experiment
with
18
3
's the only
eyes.
legal one.
Has Nesba gotten through their questions?
Okay, can I talk and type at the same time?
I mean, if not, I can just ask some questions to these other guys.
I mean, okay, so I have the who you were before, and I wrote out the full name, Clara Nesba Gold, normal teenager, oldest of 3, half black, half Navajo, born and raised in New Mexico, really likes music, soprano singing voice, because that was her life before.
Navajo.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tell me when you're ready for next.
I'm always ready.
Alright, though, when did you change? What caused it? I changed not that long ago. I got my period at 10, and I thought that was the end of puberty. Now, as a teenager, I get bat puberty. That sucked. Mom says it runs in our Navajo blood, and she has cousins who also got animal-based powers. She says it's because of our connections with the earth and nature. I think it has something to do with the days I spent exploring bat caves with my cousin, but who knows? And then it says, who outside of the team is helping you understand your new body? And it's like my dad, actually. My mom was super used to these transformations happening in her family, so it was no big deal for her. But for my dad and I, we were both pretty shocked at my initial transformation. He was upset with my mom for being so cavalier about it and wanted to run me to a doctor to prevent the quote unquote mutations. And I think my first act as a hero really showed him how great the abilities are and how awesome it is to be a super. He started helping me write my emotions through music, and is really my biggest hype man. And then the next question's, why don't you hide yourself away? And I actually screamed and almost passed out when I saw myself in the mirror for the first time after the change. I was terrified. I felt like I had a permanent huge pimple on my face, and I stayed home from school for a couple days before my mom talked me out of it and told me my family history. It does take some time getting used to, but I think just like with any other abnormality on a person, people just need to get used to it for us to progress as a species. I'm okay with people needing their time to get used to it, but you're not erasing me.
Damn.
Wow. That was very well thought out.
And then I'm in the middle writing the last one, so attack somebody else. Popcorn. Somebody else.
Let me just lore drop a little bit of this world building that we're in. Typical Mask has the idea that heroes have been around for about 80 years. In my campaign, that's halved. So heroes only first appeared really in like the mid 80s. So it's been about 40 years now. So there's still a few generations before you guys, but not too many. Some common knowledge here that you would all know. It's kind of hinted at, I think, in the article. Let me see how much it actually showed. Actually, it's not. It hasn't been brought up in any of the articles yet, but that's fine. You would all know this. So heroes first popped up in the mid 80s. In the mid 90s, I believe 95 is what I wrote.
Only 90s kids will remember.
A group of supers, calling themselves the Super Saints, attempted to craft an establishment in New Orleans, claiming their mission was to clean up the streets. Though they made some initial progress, there were several rumors of corruption and abuse of force, and resistance to their presence grew increasingly violent. After an especially aggressive ambush in 1999 took the life of several citizens and one of the supers, the Super Saints disbanded and left the city, and New Orleans was unofficially proclaimed a super-free zone. That's not to say that there weren't any supers there, but there certainly has not been any groups there since then. And then, of course, as was listed in the CNN article, the president, as part of his campaign for re-election, announced the forming of a super group in New Orleans. Technically, all he really did was put in a request for a super group on the basis of a state of emergency to Aegis, which is like a group that exists outside the government mostly, but in a lot of ways it kind of usually falls hand in hand with the US government, even though it's supposed to be a global thing. And they complied, which is kind of shocking to most people. A lot of people were thinking it would get denied on the basis that the president shouldn't really have the authority to demand supers be placed somewhere. But it went through, and now you guys are coming together. And that's just kind of the world that we're in right now. But outside of New Orleans, supers are way more common. They're usually pretty loved. You don't know that. Stop asking me questions in your notebook.
Say that last line again.
Dude, what the heck?
Oh, okay.
Say that last line again.
I don't know what the last line
The
was.
last line, outside of New Orleans, supers aren't common. Is that what you said?
They are pretty common, and they're usually
okay.
pretty well liked.
Okay.
I mean, there's certainly a controversy here or there over 40 years, but it nowhere is it as bad as it is in New Orleans.
I'm not writing anything in my notebook.
I like how you
my
said
own
we could
notebook.
write stuff in our notebook and then I write something and you flame me for writing
He's like, don't write that.
Sure.
He goes and deletes your whole notebook while you're gone.
I
You're
want
not
to
allowed to
delete
do
your
that.
message real quick.
Can I delete messages?
I'm sorry. I'm not used to it yet. I just assume everything typed in this Discord is for me to read.
So I can't delete messages on the
throughout
notebook?
Yeah, you can.
I don't think I gave you that, did I?
I did. I
Yeah, I
actually
deleted
deleted
my
it.
Forge message.
Oh yeah, you can delete them.
Okay, cool.
But throughout the campaign, I will update stuff, and you will usually know that something's been added. Well, you'll know because there'll be the little notification. But I'll also put NOLA Now feed updates in case you like clear all your notifications or something. They probably all won't be like full-on edited pages because that takes a while. But if something's really important, I'll go out and edit it so it looks cooler.
Nice.
Also, with stuff like Google and Twitter, you can type stuff yourself. If you have something you want to look up, but you know I probably won't have that on hand, you can type it in there and I'll look it up throughout the week and give you a Google result. Or if you want to tweet out something like maybe the Star, probably will use this one, I feel like. I'll tweet out like replies and stuff.
Oh, so this is like us posting to those platforms?
Yeah, it's got stuff that posts like the NOLA Now feed. NOLA Now is like your Google Trends basically. It'll pull stuff it finds all over the internet related to you guys and post it all in one feed so you can know what the world and the city and the government and 4chan and BuzzFeed think about you. It's immersive.
So if I want to post something on social media, do I just post it in here or what?
You can post it on the actual feed thing.
That's
you
what
just
I mean.
Put like your character name and then like a colon and then whatever you type out.
Awesome.
And I'll try to get to it before the next session starts with replies and stuff. I think right now, let me double check. Right now, the in-universe date is December 19th, 2019. This is a little bit before you guys will have your session 0 where you all meet for the first time at the Super Tower. So that'll be the next update. It'll be Christmas Day. That when we do our session 0, everybody meets for the first time.
Wow, you're ripping us away from our families on Christmas Day. Damn.
I know. How does that make you feel? Man, so much drama already.
Tweet.
Callaway's laughing with rage.
Hydration is important.
How are we doing on those backstory questions, guys, who haven't answered them yet?
Yes. Although I will say that I feel very inadequate going after what I just heard from
Oh wait, I finished the last one. If you want to feel more inadequate.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, really put him down.
Please.
It's about time he learns his place.
Continue. Kick me while I'm down.
Why do you care about the team? I feel like I have to prove myself as a transform hero. We're called monsters and not well treated in some spaces. I'm pretty sure I was recruited to be the team's mascot, and it doesn't help that I'm basically the token. I feel like the team's well-being and ability to perform will affect more harshly on me, but I'm still excited to work with everyone, and I hope we do well.
Man.
You think you're the token? I'm a goddamn robot.
No one will even notice y'all next to me.
Oh, that was a lot of lightning. Hey, so if we dip out again, it's probably because we lost power again.
We're almost through this, so.
The one time it rains in Fort Worth.
Alright, Valen. Let's hear it.
Well, as a contrast to, what was her name? Nesba. As a contrast to Nesba has a very, intricate web of, or like her thought process is very intricate. I'm a very primal person. So my motives are very simple, I guess. So I guess the first question, when did you first put on the mask and why? It was to help the less fortunate without repercussions. That's pretty simple because, you know, living as a homeless person, you see some things.
Let me just say this real quick, because I think it really does lend towards your character fitting in this world. My New Orleans is pretty heavily based off of actual New Orleans, like almost entirely. And there is a huge homeless problem, as tons of people have been pushed out of their low-income home, as it's been replaced with mid and high income, or otherwise called mixed income. So you helping homeless people in New Orleans is huge because they are everywhere.
Interesting. Good to know. So yeah, you know, I ran away from the military academy to kind of figure out who I was, and just because I didn't fit in and stuff. And then I found myself kind of being in a way, a hero for these homeless people in my community. So that's kind of why I did it. The second question, why do you keep a secret identity? Well, I think that kind of ties into the first question, but it's because I don't understand my full powers yet, and so I feel like other people would be judgmental of them or thrown off by them, and I want to be able to protect the ones I love without sacrificing my normal life.
Can I ask you real quick, is the military academy looking for you still? Or do you think they are?
I think they are not, but they basically, like, I can't return. Like, I've burned every bridge with them. You know what I mean? They just kind of like...
Excommunicado.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I wouldn't be able to just come back in and be like, my bad, guys, I'm back. So, yeah. Let's see, where was I? Okay, who outside of the team knows about your dual identity? My best friend Ashla, she's like a fellow homeless girl. And my mentor, Jambalaya Robertson. Basically, whenever I first got on the streets, he took me in and brought me into his community. And just kind of showed me the ropes, showed me how to make money, showed me how to survive. Taught me about layering up in the winter, building barrel fires, you know, that kind of thing. He taught me about how to go around the streets and go to the parking meters and how to like finesse the system to like get quarters out of it to get meals. You know, all there is to learn about the streets, and you know, real kind of like a father figure in my life, Jambalaya Robertson. So yeah, just them two know. Outside of the group, of course. The next question, who thinks the worst of your masked identity? This answer is pretty short and sweet, but it's local police and thugs. They've kind of seen me around, you know, I've been causing trouble, and rumors are spreading about my legend. And
when these rumors spread about your legend, what are people calling you?
So my character wears a hood. So they just call me like the hooded vigilante. Like, they don't really have a name for me yet. It's kind of like early on in my career, you know. So they're just like, oh, some person with a hood came through and wrecked us, you know. It's a little ambiguous at this point. I feel like as this, you know, the story develops, you know, perhaps I'll adopt a name. Next question. Why do you care about the team? Well, they seem to be accepting of me, and they have the highest possibility of understanding me. And they seem to be working towards a common goal, and that is to help people and, you know, get rid of bad guys. So that sounds like a cause I can get behind. And I'm a little bit skeptical of them though, because I like to work alone, but I do, you know, want to help them out whenever I can. So, and that's that.
Very nice, very nice. We've got quite a team here. Got about 2.5 pages of notes here. I think that's about it. Let's see. Let's look at these. Oh, we got to pick our moves. We're gonna do the when our team first came together in session 0. We're gonna do the relations. I think it makes more sense to do the relationships after that, because the relationships assume you guys already know each other. But we're gonna kind of change that by having you guys meet in game, and then we'll work on that. But you guys do need to pick your class moves now.
Do you
So-
want us to tell you what we picked, or
If you've already picked, yeah, sure.
okay.
Do you have a question, Gabe?
Mine says you start with the mask and 2 others of your choice. Am I looking at the right thing?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, Chief.
I'm taking be mindful of your surroundings. I get to pick 3 of mine. So be mindful of your surroundings. I think that goes hand in hand with my training. When I assess the situation before entering into a fight, I can ask an additional question even on a miss. That's pretty strong, I think, at least for someone who's scouting dangers and trying to figure out like what is going on if there's like a problem. I think I'm also going to take been reading the files. That has a really long explanation, but I basically know a lot of information already, so I can pull on that and ask. I think I can. What is it? I can tell Ricardo an important detail instead of him telling me something.
But I kind of have a balance to that.
Right, yeah. And then I want to take captain because mechanically I think it's strong, but we'll see if I fall into the leader position or not. So I'm taking a gamble on that one.
Oh boy.
But basically,
you have to fight the star for it.
When we enter like a situation as a team, we have like a pool of resources that we can use to add +1s to our rolls. And if I'm the leader of the team when that happens, then we all get extra points for that. But that's fine. I like the drama of fighting the star for like who's calling the shots.
I like that too. Has anyone else looked at their moves?
I got mine down. And there's 2. I'm supposed to pick 2 of them, and there's 2 that just very clearly fit with backstory. Do you want the whole description, or you just want the title of it?
You can just read the title, and we'll look at a little summary.
The first one will be Not From Around Here. That one makes sense just because this will be my first experience outside the lab, so I imagine I'll be pretty clueless. And then because of the regenerative skin I have, regeneration seems like the other logical choice.
Oh yeah. So regeneration is pretty self-explanatory, and then Not From Around Here. basically it's a
A move.
It is a move.
did it not? Oh my god, my mic.
It's okay.
Rip.
This is such a
Basically,
hard.
it lets you use your freak to get out of situations where normally freak would be a bad thing.
Yep.
Anyone else? Anyone else?
I got mine.
All right.
So, I'm gonna be the, well, obviously I have the mask to start off, and then my second one is
What
gonna be
label do you try to embody while you're wearing the mask?
danger.
Okay.
Yeah, I just try to pretty much like once, it's kind of, so it kind of comes from a place of savior, but at the same time, like I want to face the danger head on. Like I want to, does that make sense? Like I want,
Yeah. You when you have the mask on, you feel more capable of rushing in.
right. Okay, and then the second one is game face. When you commit yourself to save someone or defeat a terrible enemy, mark a condition and take +1. Ongoing to all rolls in direct pursuit of that goal. At the end of any scene in which you do not make progress towards that goal, mark a condition. When you fulfill your goal, mark potential.
Very nice.
Then the second one is I'll save you. You're willing to pay high costs to keep your loved ones safe. Reveal your secret identity to someone watching, or mark a condition to defend a loved one as if you rolled a 12 plus. Plus 12.
Oh damn, that's pretty high stakes for a Janice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess it's worth saying that I care more about like the people close to me than the greater good. I don't know if there's a
We'll see
somewhere
how that
I write that
really
in.
plays out.
I guess we'll see.
You said your job was a delivery person?
Yes, but in a non-traditional way. I deliver supplies to my homeless community.
You still have to pick 2 more obligations after that.
And then my other obligations were best friend and caring for someone. My best friend is Ashla, and then caring for someone is just kind of like my homeless community, basically. Or does it have to be someone specifically?
I think that one's intended more as like someone who depends on you almost entirely. Like if you had a sick grandma who needs you to come give her pills or something.
Gotcha. I mean, I'm not in school, so I can't pick any of the school ones, right?
You can go to school.
Got held back a little bit.
Nah, I don't go to school.
You do night classes. Or online classes.
It's great trade schools these days.
I mean, I could, but I feel like my character just kind of gave up on, like they're just living the full homeless life, you know? Let me see. What is close relative?
A close relative.
But like, what is that? Like, what is that obligation? What does that mean as an obligation?
Who gets your inheritance?
You have
when
like
you die?
it's like instead of a significant other or a best friend, like a cousin or a brother or a sister, somebody who like you're close to that expects you to spend a lot of time with them.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna do coach / teacher because Jambalaya Robertson is like my mentor. Yeah.
All right. Anyone else?
I think I'm going with be the monster, and then wish I could be, and not human enough.
You want to give little summaries of those, or?
Not human enough. When you directly engage a threat in a terrifying fashion, mark a condition to choose an additional option, even on a miss. Wish I could be when you're comforting someone or supporting them. If you tell them what you envy most about them, you can roll freak instead of mundane. And then be the monster. When you frighten, intimidate, or cow others with your monstrous form, roll plus freak. On a hit, they're thrown off and make themselves vulnerable, or they flee. And then there's different things that you can do. If you do on a 10 plus, you frighten other. You pick one of the 3 things. On a 7 to 9, you pick 2 of the 3 things that are down there, and they're negative effects. Like you frighten others, you hadn't intended to scare, you hurt someone to break something, you feel like more of a monster afterwards. On a miss, they react with violence, hatred, and paranoia.
And then there's the star.
Yeah, it's a tough choice, but I think I'm just going with the gossip mags and stage fighting. Do you need me to read them or no?
You can read them or give little short explanations, whatever.
The gossip mags is when you tap into the gossip and the rumor of the celebrity industry for information on an important city figure, roll plus superior. On a hit, you can ask the GM questions. On a 10 plus, ask 3. On a 7 through 9, ask 1. Those are things like, what are you up to? What do you most care about? What allies do they have? Enemies? Where and when can I find them? How can I make them vulnerable to me? On a miss, ask 1 anyway, but they hear about your interest in them. And then stage fighting is when you directly engage a threat with an audience watching, mark a condition to roll plus superior instead of danger. Rap God.
Wow, very nice. And then you have this whole audience thing going on. Have you looked at that at all?
Yeah. I mean, do you need me to go through telling you all the ones I want?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, this is like what they think about me. So it's like, I would say I'm a noble warrior for justice. I'm stunning, unique, and beautiful. I'm charming, well-spoken, and smart. And I'll probably leave it at that for those. And then the 2 advantages, I'd say, I think it's. See, I had a tough time between some of these, but I think it's gonna be. Your audience is utterly devoted to you, and you have a much wider audience.
Okay.
And then they require constant stimulation, and probably the actually scratch that. I like these other 2 more. They require major acts of heroism, and they require frequent bouts of drama. Both of those.
Oh no. I think the only other one that had something after that was the protege, right? I don't think anyone else has an extra thing. Oh no, blank slate.
Sorry, what was that?
You have an extra thing after your moves as well.
Oh yeah, I gotta start taking notes on stuff. I guess do I start that out after our first encounter? It says to have 2 of them filled in, but I don't know if you want me to do that before I meet them or does the introductory phase when we should do that.
Yeah, I think you should have 2 of them filled in just from your time with
Okay.
Ezra Turing, and then the other 2 will be filled in, and then they'll switch as we play the game.
Okay.
And then, are we gonna wait till after session 0 to do yours, or did you pick some already, Chase?
Oh, I picked them.
Okay, what'd you pick?
So as part of like my mentors, like I have access to his resources. As part of like me as being a part of the team, like this is something that you guys have access to inside of our Titan's tower. What is it called? The Super Tower?
Yeah, because it's built on the destroyed Superdome, which is very unpopular.
So whatever baseline comes with, it also has these 3 things in addition. So we have a med lab, and I have some basic medical like training. Like I could stitch up some cuts and stuff like that, or splint your leg. So we have a med lab. I have security systems for all of our rooms because security is really important to Echo as far as like secret identities and stuff go. He's like extending that to everyone else. So like your private area is private, like for real, because you have like passcodes and stuff that are unique to your room and stuff like that. And then we also have like a database supercomputer that I use for like research and like channeling like that feed and diving deep into it as like the kind of like the researcher and like fact knower.
So you're Robin.
Yeah, kind of Robin, if he was trained by like Daredevil that had telepathy almost.
So your character is overpowered.
He's like this super fighter who steals abilities but is also a genius.
I don't know if he's a genius. He has technology.
He's a genius computer.
Yeah. He has
That
money.
That is the flaw. He has to deal with knowing.
Can it run Crisis?
He has
though?
depression.
I don't know. I was kind of torn between a supercomputer and a vehicle, but
And you guys are gonna be hoofing it.
yeah.
I can fly.
Better catch that bus.
I mean, technically, if I copied your powers, I could fly too. So
Let's go.
How does that work? Are you just gonna grow wings?
Yeah.
yeah, like
You
whatever,
grow wings?
whatever the person's like ability or mutation is, I copy it. So
Only for
Does
so
that work
long.
on me? I'm not human. Does that work?
I think I can copy your abilities because I think like you have some kind of DNA, right? So
My
I thought you
understand.
were a computer.
Yeah, I'm a machine. I just have a synthetic outside, so I'm curious how that works. Maybe your supercomputer can figure it out, and that can bridge the gap for us.
Anything else?
I think that's everything, guys.
I might switch a supercomputer to the vehicle. Just because we already have the NOLA now feed.
So that you're not extremely
Yeah,
overpowered.
but like I said, NOLA now is basically like Google Trend.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you think about that. We'll be back eventually. I don't know what day. We'll type out stuff in the next session channel.
Cool.
If you guys want to change anything, we'll do. So obviously, this all depends on how it goes and if we all have fun and like it. But I have like 3 arcs that all kind of tie together. So up until the end of the first arc, if you guys want to make any soft changes to your characters, that's fine with me. But then after that, if we like it and we're still going forward, it's gonna have to be like a final lockdown on what we're doing.
This game is also pretty forgiving because part of like the leveling up process is you can just switch to a different playbook if you want to.
Yeah.
So if you get bored of like, or if you feel like you've told the story of your character, you can have them develop into a different playbook.
Neat. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we need Well, just be thinking about it, actually. Everybody be thinking about team names, and we'll figure it out in character. Because obviously, if you've been recruited to this super team, you guys would have been thinking of names up until the moment that you guys meet.
I'm gonna throw it out there. The Star.
We'll see how that flies by everyone.
The Star and the Chipmunks is basically.
The Harambe Avengers.
I like that.
I'm gonna feel bad when that actually gets picked now.
Chase and Ricardo, did y'all know that people were calling TSM Bjergsen in the 4 wards?
I
I
heard
did.
that. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I laughed really hard when I heard that. Bjergsen in the 4 wards.
Usually rewards don't feed though, so.
Yeah, they don't give 300 gold, they just give 10.
So we should have a name like that, like Guy and something. But you know, I don't think y'all are gonna go with it, so it's whatever.
I'm
Go
not
with like a
even in
Disney
this
Channel name
game.
with Star and Friends.
Hey, real quick, Ricardo, there's a portrait URI that I can upload on this link.
Everybody has to draw their character.
Yeah, no.
Can I commission you to draw my character?
No.
I have
If you give her the money, she can't say no.
I know, right?
How do
you
I
can sue her.
actually, how do I like draw, I mean, not draw, how do I upload onto this thing?
Do you not have permissions? I have no idea what permissions you guys have. I wasn't really concerned about it.
Eat online.
Oh.
I think you have to have something hosting the image first, and then you put the link in.
Oh, I can't just upload an image.
You guys should be able to upload images.
Wait, I don't know
Let me see.
about that website Gabe's using.
I haven't even looked at the website.
Okay.
It's the same one that was linked, the sheet.adventureforhire.com or whatever.
Does
Are
this
you
count
saying
my
it saves it
design?
as like a URI file or something? What? Oh, portrait UR. Oh, URL. Oh my god. I think the portrait URL is just a picture of the sheet. I don't think it has all your information in it.
Let me try something real quick.
Or maybe if you save it, it creates a unique image. I have no idea. I mean, I wrote down mostly everything.
Oh, it worked. Okay, cool. I just did like a test thing. Hey, would I be able to send this link to put it on the notebook thing? Okay. Let me. Okay. I'm gonna send you, or I'm gonna put on the notebook a link to my whole online thing, or like character sheet, I
Depends
guess,
on how
if you want to reference it.
If it's saved in the browser, then it's not gonna work. But if it's actually like saved on their side, then it will.
Well, they have a save option at the bottom.
Yeah. So
Use
I
this
mean,
website.
it's
That's the one I linked. Yours isn't on there.
this person does not exist. It AI generates like human faces, but there are people that aren't alive. So
Oh, that's fucked up.
That's neat.
it's kind of
Fucked
like
up.
you could just
Yeah.
if you keep refreshing it, you can like find a picture of someone if like you want to use that picture.
The one I got has this weird blob like growing on the
Post
side.
it.
Yeah.
Post it.
It's so creepy.
My character is canonically based off of Johnny Depp, so my
This
photo's
literally
accurate.
looks like your mother, Caleb.
Huh?
This looks like your mom.
It does not.
It does. I know this person.
I'm like looking up Google Images right now. Because I am not about to draw this thing.
I was joking.
For mine, I literally Googled celebrity gender transformations, and I just found the one that looked the least fake. Like, all right, Johnny Depp's transformation to a woman looks plausibly human.
Okay.
Look at that blob on the right there.
Where'd you post
It like
it?
started to generate a second face, but it went horribly wrong.
Oh no! Are you sure that's the second phase? I think that's like a no.
What the heck?
I don't know. I always hate these generated ones because I'm like, I swear I've seen this person before.
That's disgusting looking,
We're
dude.
looking for images for our character.
Before you described it to me, my first photo was of a small child, and I was like, "Oh God, did they get kidnapped or something? Like this person doesn't exist."
That's so dark.
That is so dark.
That's what I thought it was. I didn't realize this is a generated thing.
There is a person that looks like that first.
Yeah, but Ricardo did it.
Oh,
Yeah.
the hell is that? Like, what is that?
I like when someone
Dude, there's a Clint Eastwood gender swap.
and more.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
Ew.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Ew.
There's some pretty interesting ones out
Hey, look at
there. I had a pretty fun time googling that because some people put a lot of work into those gender swaps.
Yeah.
There's also a fair amount of very disturbing
Wait,
ones.
do it really fast, so it doesn't have time to generate. Wait, go back.
I can't.
Her ear looked weird.
What website is that?
It's linked here. This person does not exist.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
That one's kind of funny. Say that one.
Cool. Now I have to do this. Oh yeah. Oh wait, no, I missed the bats.
Ew, what the heck?
Yeah, I just got the same one.
They really don't exist.
I literally just got the same one.
They probably have them generated and then just show them to you. Like, they probably already have them created so that it's not having to generate them on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this one's weird.
You see this, Ricardo?
Oh no.
It's weird.
Here, I'll post it. What?
Gross.
This one, it looks like it can't decide if the glasses should or should not exist. So they're just kind of halfway on the face.
Yep.
It looks like
Yeah.
on the left side, it's just got like a vein that's very straight.
They're hollow glasses.
The site is called "This Person Does Not Exist."
Everybody refresh until you find your character's portrait.
Yep.
It's gonna be rough for the transformed.
You're gonna be refreshing for a while.
It'll happen though.
I don't think I'm gonna find mine either, though. To be honest.
Probably not on this site.
Nah, with white hair.
I'll have to go to like.
You boomer.
Not
Zoomer.
with, not with white hair that looks like, good.
What? No one's gonna claim questionable glasses over here.
Oh, I thought we were all teenagers.
Yeah, all these people are like in their 40s or something.
That's the star pretending to be a teenager.
No, it's like
What's
white.
up, fellow
it's,
kids?
It's not white hair like old people. It's like my hair was dyed. You know, I gotta be cool. That's what
Your hair was graying, and you dyed it white, and claimed it was a
I found
fashion
mine.
choice because you're young.
That's awesome.
You know, us youth and dyeing our hair, you know?
Oh my god, I love that freaking gift though.
We're talking about the hello, fellow children.
I wish he looked early, or not. A little younger, and then that would almost be perfect.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Are you gonna go to school with them?
Oh no!
I'm not 17. I'm going with 19 for mine because I don't think I can be an angsty teenager.
Look
I can
at
be an angsty, not 20-something
the
yet.
hair transitions into like a woven hat.
Oh. Wow, Caleb, I'm going to make fun of this poor person. It's obvious.
I don't think Echo's in school anymore. I think he had like private tutoring from.
He had money, so he didn't go to school. He told his teachers, I'm gonna be a motherfucking superhero. I don't need to be here. I'm smarter than all you guys anyways.
Mine's gonna be tough because not a lot of people like draw homeless people.
I don't know if I believe that.
You're just not looking in the right areas.
I guess Google's not the right area.
Go look
Tons
on
of people
Tumblr.
take portraits of homeless people.
Yeah, it was like what is it? Portraits of New York?
I mean, everybody does it. If you
This
go
one's-
to any art museum, there's going to be an exhibit of people taking portraits of homeless people.
This is potentially age accurate to a
Yeah,
teenager.
that's the one.
Whenever it chooses to upload.
That's Echo.
That's the star.
He got that
That's
big
Echo?
brain. He got that big brain.
That's
How
Edgelord
that-
Echo, dude. I'm torn between the greater good and what I think is right.
Is Echo a
The
redditor?
weight of the world is on my shoulders. Counter doesn't get me.
Jesus Christ. Let me go look at my pants.
It's like a side character in a CW show.
Dude.
Holy crap, what is this link? It worked though. Alright, I got your link now. You need to bit-ly that.
Thanks.
So,
Great.
from 1 to Sword Art Online, how anime can this picture be?
I mean, if you look on my stream, it can be that anime.
Your stream?
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
Discord.
she's went live on Discord.
Gabe, it's this.
See.
This is
Alright,
the
who wants
maximum
this?
level of anime.
I got a new teenager for y'all.
Wow.
Fuck, why does that look like my ex? Delete. Throw it away.
So, are those two like 4 eyes, or is that just like
no, those
2?
are eyebrows. I'm just
Okay.
I'm lazy. I should have colored those in with the hair. Thank you
Thought
for
those were
pointing that out.
possibly
They're
like.
eyebrows.
Okay. I
I
thought
just
those were
my-
like double Hindu dots.
No. I like my little short, fat eyebrows.
That's not bad.
But this is as anime as you can go. Bro, side 2 sucks compared to side 1.
I wouldn't know. Take your word for it.
main tool that I like to use is the selector tool, and it doesn't work like it does in Psi 1. The beast.
Still better than my primary tool, MS Paint.
MS Paint doesn't even exist anymore.
So does my drawing skill.
I
Doesn't
still have
exist
MS
anymore.
Paint.
My friend makes his memes in MS Paint. They look bad even for memes.
He's gonna hear that and never send you memes ever again.
Shit! I found a person that actually looked like it could have been a good match for the homeless look. I accidentally refreshed.
Yeah, I think
unfortunate.
they're like stored, like I don't think they're generated on the fly, so I think if you refresh enough times, you'll find it again.
Or if
But
you
is
go
it
back,
worth it?
right?
Yeah, I just threw that out there in case he wanted to,
It's probably in your cache somewhere.
2 days from now, he's gonna be like, I got it! I found it!
You're
And
already
then-
gonna have something picked though.
And then he's like, I actually don't like it though.
It's not as good as I remember. I'm just gonna be mentally building it up for 2 days.
Like that ice cream.
That ice cream is great. You just don't like honey.
Have y'all tried the, what is it, Petite strawberry ice cream at HEB?
No.
It's seasonal. You can only get it when the strawberries are fresh. It's fucking amazing.
Sounds
It's
really
fucking
good.
amazing, and you know it. You just don't like honey.
Dude, welcome to the gun show. Holy shit, those arms.
Ripped.
Are we talking about, Nesba?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, Miss Nesbitt's ripped.
You're like, I don't know if she's got inhuman strength.
Well, I kind of leaned into it. Did you say Nesbuff?
Nesbuff.
Oh, this is Nesbuff.
You want a slice of this Nes beef?
Well, she's supposed to be terrifying. Like, would you be terrified of someone who has, like, little spindly bat arms? No.
Hey,
With that face,
I mean, maybe.
when I first saw that scrawny werewolf on Harry Potter, I was kind of like creeped out a bit, yeah.
Yeah, but weren't you, like... I don't know how long ago that was. How long ago was that?
Here's a good potential real character submission. Maybe.
I'm still just a fan of Five Head Echo.
Okay. What color should the ears be? Look at PT color.
Goodness gracious.
Oh my god.
They're scrawny arms, and they're pretty terrifying.
I mean, that's like...
Is that what your
Bless
dad looked like?
you.
It's
Oh.
on the mom's side. God.
I can't see it because it's too far away. Do you want to know how much bat furry drawings I had to look up before I settled on this design?
God.
Yes.
An obscene amount of bat furry art, and honestly, it wasn't even that helpful.
Furries usually are not.
Plausibly real team.
Like, I was actually very disappointed in the furry community.
Supposed to look up Rouge the Bat from Sonic, and there you go.
Yeah, that was why it was disappointing. It was all her, and I'm like, I need something scarier.
Here's the truth. All the good furry art is hidden behind paywalls because it's commissioned for private use.
Honestly, you're not wrong. Furry artists make more than doctors, so...
No. People pay for their kinks.
I swear to God, that looks like somebody I know.
It looks real. It looks very familiar. I don't know why that last one looks...
He looks like he's in Walt.
He looks the most plausibly alive person.
Plausibly alive.
Kind of like a chubbier Matt Damon.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, did I tell you we discovered that I can't tell the difference between Matt Damon and who else?
I think that's a lot of people. I know who you're talking about.
Matt Damon and Paul Walker? No, not Paul Walker. What the fuck?
Marky Mark.
Mark Wahlberg. There you go.
Yeah, I get
yeah.
A lot
they're
of
the same person.
I am pretty sure they're the same. I've heard a lot of people get confused with that.
Alright, see, it's not just me.
Yeah. Jason, Ricardo, y'all remember yesterday whenever those dudes from our Clash team were talking about Fall Guys Rule 34?
Oh no.
What? Why?
I was trying to talk, but then the conversation changed. But I was gonna say I luckily haven't seen any, unless you consider a costume that a fan made about Danny DeVito. It was a Danny DeVito costume. I was like, if you consider that Rule 34, then maybe. But that was it. It's pretty good though. I want to look it up though.
I bet you are.
I mean, I've seen like them on Twitter, like for the lulz. And then making it look like, what is that? What was that YouTuber that wore the pink suit? What's that boy?
Oh shit. I know Joji's what is it? Oh god.
Oh boy.
May I offer you an egg in this trying time?
Would you consider that Fall Guys Rule 34?
I don't think so. It's not very simple.
That is Fall Guys.
It doesn't get me fully erect, so no.
That is fine art.
It depends on where he puts the egg.
I agree with that.
That's not the first egg.
This really.
Oh, boy.
This belongs next to the Mona Lisa. Let's be honest.
Salem agrees.
Yeah.
Peachy.
Who thought to do this?
Who didn't think to do this?
I didn't. I don't have that creative kind of brain. Buff.
I'm sorry, is there something wrong with my buff bat?
No.
That's where her fans call her the buff bat.
You echolocate, then you obliterate.
Don't we all?
I don't think I can do the echolocate. I think I got stopped by the first step.
You're not trying, buddy.
Tries to echolocate and he points at Echo.
Found him.
I don't know. That's gonna be a thing now.
Do we have feedback if we echolocate at the same time?
Oh god.
I think wave-wise, they would just cancel each other out, right?
That sounds horrible.
Or no, they would
No,
amplify, right?
Yeah, it would amplify. But not like times 2. It's logarithmic.
Yeah. It was in chemistry. I took physics.
That's
for like
physics.
a minute.
Well, I guess chemistry is kind of in there.
I barely got a C in physics.
That's
too.
physics.
Barely.
I took AP physics and
I took a.
answer, so.
Well, I didn't have Fox, so.
I got the Noble Q in physics too.
You dropped. Bruh. I got, out of my 200-point exam, my final exam was 200 points. I got 50. I got a C.
Hell yeah.
In the class because
Physics is such a broken ass class.
The average on that test was 30.
How do they every semester have a class average that is below 50 and think, oh, this is acceptable.
That sounds
You know what's
like it's not
terrifying?
working.
Terrifying. The people who take those classes are your engineers.
Yeah. And it's not. It's
Like,
not
I'm
even
not
like,
gonna kill anybody playing with chemicals, but that dude making the bridge might.
I mean, like they get the concepts across, I guess, but it's the nitty gritty details of the math that screw you.
Yeah, the mass of the Earth is blah blah blah. How fast does the apple travel? That bullshit.
Yeah.
Is that the same question?
Yeah.
Usually.
I missed
No,
it.
no. What's the shittiest part is
No,
all those exams are formatted with like, oh, it's only 3-question exam, but every question has like 10 parts, and if you can't get the first part, then you're fucked for the rest of it.
Are we triggered? It sounds like
I'm
we're
very triggered. Fuck that class. Almost every other class in college is fair, but that class is just brutal as shit.
Taking PChem?
Nah. If by PCAM you mean parallel processing. I don't know where Chem went. It just got lost.
Okay.
Is everyone still looking in this face generator, or are we all doing different shit now?
I'm just Googling stuff.
I'm looking at NAP logged into League.
I've been in League, dude. You just got on.
I was on League, then I got off.
Chase
Well,
is trying to escape
we're
before
still on the
someone
phone.
asks.
Okay, look.
You said we have to do Sunday Clash?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Sunday would have been the convenient one.
Sorry.
Let me
Fine.
check my.
That's Clash.
Is that what you were telling me, the tournament thing?
Yeah, the tournament for baddies.
Yep.
Oh, that's neat. I saw a tab for that when I looked at the client, but I didn't look too deep into it.
I have a mid shift Saturday, so I'll be there till 7.
Yeah, I work till 6 Saturday. Sunday I work 3 to 11, so I'll miss it entirely.
Yeah. But we locked in as tier 4, so we have all Saturday after 6 to do it.
Oh wow, we're still till tier 4.
Yeah, even with what's his face being a tier 3.
Wow, that's great.
Oh, it's so late. Okay.
Should we go
Did
now?
we take a shower yet? No.
Yeah.
Oh, we missed Among Us.
They were playing? Oh,
Yeah, they played.
Damn.
Bastards.
Yeah, we'll play tomorrow. Probably.
I had to explain why I probably won't play Among Us, and that's because anyone that I play with will not take the game seriously, and I will, and it'll just piss me off, and then they'll try to piss me off more because they'll be like it'll be round 1, and I'll say, everybody listen, this is the real reason why this person is suspicious. They're like, that's suspicious, he's calling him out, kill him. Everyone's, yep, kill him.
That's literally the game, though.
And then I die.
It's supposed.
It's supposed to be like that.
No, I get it, but if
He plays competitive Among Us.
No, but
He plays ranked.
if I give a good valid reason and then y'all just like kill me instead, and then the person that I called out for a good reason, y'all have zero suspicion towards them, that would trigger me. That would.
It's all
We do
part of the
a
game.
mixture of that. We do.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll kill the person you suggested, but if they're not the imposter, then you are.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're
I'm
next.
on board with that too, unless you have a good defense on like why. But usually that person dies. If you bet your life on someone being it and then they're not, you should die for that. But that's just because you're a bad town. If you really are a town or innocent, whatever. But the thing is that like in a game mode like that.
All right, Sam. I appreciate you hanging out. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the hydration check. It's a good reminder. Can play some Smash sometime this week. Have a good night, bud.
I'm just gonna pass on Among Us and watch people rage instead.
It's so fun.
You're not missing out on the server issues, though.
Oh hell no.
They really need to open up more connection ports.
There's so many games that have been having so many server issues because they just blow up way too fast. Way.
This game's so transparent about it, though. They'll even try masking the error behind some general comment. It's the exact packet error just put into the window.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, so many games have just like blown up way faster than they can actually like accommodate how many people.
Thanks, Twitch.
This one's been out for a couple years, right?
It's been out for apparently like 4 years or something, but it only just recently took off, so they probably thought it was dead.
Could you imagine waking up and like, okay, this game's dead, working on something else, and then you just get a bunch of money in your bank account out of nowhere? What the fuck?
That's why you do your server backend on some sort of scalable cloud platform, so you don't have to worry about that shit.
I understood everything you said, but
it's expensive.
Everything you said, every single word.
Just put it up in the space.
That's me when Chase is talking about league stuff.
That's me when Chase talks about most stuff. I couldn't pronounce versioning or whatever you said, whatever that fancy word was.
That was Ricardo.
It wasn't a real word.
No, I know. I was just saying, like, I was showing how dumb I am. That's all.
I just like that Ricardo's like, I'm the team captain, and then he's like, I don't understand what Chase is talking about with League.
So
I just know when to go to Dragon.
That's the core of the game.
So, like, Chase, are you coming or what?
Oh, I didn't know you're actually gonna play.
It's only 11:45. We got 3 hours to go.
Jesus.
I can sleep in. I don't know about
I know so.
All right, stream. That's gonna be it for me. We got our character created. We got pretty much everything set, ready to go to start playing. But I'm probably just gonna take the next week to find a good picture for the character and all that. So it's gonna be it for this one, and next time we stream we'll pick up the game from the beginning, actually setting up scenarios and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.